new subscriber arrives, it fills you with determination.
Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic Sunday here on the Exploding Dice channel. I have not been able to get the right date, the right day of the week for like the past month. I don't know what's going on with me. Welcome to Mouse Guard, the Dark Spring, our wonderful little Mouse Guard adventure where we play mice and we guard the world. And we also make friends with the creatures of the forest. We have hopefully a great show for you guys tonight because things have been building up kind of in this campaign. Muted? Am I muted? What? Hold on a second.
Are you muted?
Am I muted?
I think you're good.
I think okay.
I heard you when I loaded the page. I think you're fine.
So, okay, people can.
Abigator.
Abby.
Tonight because things have been building up kind of in this campaign.
That's me.
It's you.
Oh.
You're not.
Oh god. I'm
You're
like,
not
"Ah!"
muted.
I didn't know if that was coming from my own speakers, and I went crazy, and I'm like, you guys are messing with me now. Abby, I blame
Sorry.
you. Look,
Yeah, let's blame Abby.
all right.
Done.
Where are you, Abby? Where are you? You right there? I'm looking at you. Hey, be good.
Communal shaming. Powerful tool.
Yeah.
Chat shame.
Oh, jeez. Well, we have a fantastic campaign, but before we do that, why don't we say hello to our cast and our dungeon master. How are you guys doing today?
I'm toasty.
Good.
I'm missing a bow permanently now.
What?
Is this
It's gone.
What happened?
There used to be a bow here with pearls.
Did someone steal it?
Unfortunately, yes.
Do I need to? I'm gonna go. Blood vengeance.
Okay. I don't know Aaron Hansen's address, but once I figure it out, I'll get it to you, because that's who you're gonna steal it from.
You know what? I've been watching a lot of Mindhunters. I think we can find this guy and stop him from doing it again.
We have to
Thank you.
analyze why would someone take a bow.
Well, because it looks so good on me, apparently.
Yeah. we're gonna hunt some mines.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that bow.
But no, yeah, I went to see a Game Grumps live show, and I let Aaron take my bow.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice.
that was like
That's a good. Well, that's a
personally?
good.
Like, did you
Personally,
hand it to him?
Yeah, well, I was gonna give it to Danny, but then Aaron complimented it, so I was like, please take it.
Well, at least it has a good home now.
Yes, it does. He wore it the entire show, and I was able to.
Or
This
it's
was.
just like, take my ovaries, senpai.
He's a thick bitch.
Four with facial hair is fun. I like this.
Like, yeah,
Something's
this is like,
happened to
Sorry,
me. I don't know.
That was one of your fangirlism. He was probably like, yeah, take my ovaries, senpai.
And then I beat both of them in a Mario Party minigame in 3 seconds. So yeah, that was my moment of fame that I'll never
After that,
get.
they probably liked you, and then after that, they probably didn't like you much anymore. So.
No. After I beat them, I'm certain I became like the worst person in that room. So
They burnt the bow. That's what
yeah,
they-
exactly. They probably after the show they found some homeless bin and they sort of drove the homeless people away and just tossed it in with all the newspaper.
I like homeless bin instead of trash can. Like it's a homeless bin. Let me just throw my. I have some garbage on my desk. I'll just throw it in my homeless bin.
because the homeless people want that stuff.
And then the Game Grumps just shoo the homeless away to get into that sweet fire bin to throw that bow.
Kill the stream. Let's try this again. Kill it.
Hey guys, welcome to Exploding Dice.
Hi.
I have no
there.
control. I'm not in control here.
Clearly. Oh,
Well,
man.
why don't we find a way somehow into?
Bunch of fucking deplorables.
Yeah. I can't take you guys anywhere.
You can't take him into public. Go
No.
call a trash can. Oh, hey,
I've got this paper. You got a homeless bin I can throw it in?
You're just-
Askren, the stream has an 18 and above block on it.
Dan,
no.
is it set to mature audiences only?
I know. It
Also,
looks like
are
it's
you
been set to-
17? How did you find out?
I mean,
Are you a baby?
no, I have facial hair. I grew this myself.
Yeah, babies don't have facial hair. Not even Boss
Exactly.
Baby, and he was the boss.
Oh man.
my God.
Well, why don't we find a way somehow to segue into Mouse Guard by first going around the table, having everyone. Let's introduce everyone. Tell me a little bit about who you are and who you are playing today. Let's start right over here with Leslie.
Woo!
I just realized I was muted. I was just talking about Jamba Juice and throwing that in a homeless bin. I was whatever. I don't know what I'm doing.
That reminds me of the time I gave a sandwich to a homeless guy and he refused it because he wanted soup.
He was like, "What's that mayo on it?" No.
No, he looked at me. He was like, "I wanted soup." I'm like, "What? Excuse me? Give me back the sandwich."
Dude, was there like any pretense before this? Was he like, "Give me some food"?
I was
he was like, "I want soup."
I was on my way to class. I was in college and I was on my way to class and I just had a sandwich that I was never gonna get a chance to eat, so I gave it to a homeless guy and he looked at it. He was like, "I wanted soup." I'm like, "What? Did we have a conversation about this?"
What?
I like that you were like, let's go immediately to Mouse Guard. No, but first let me tell you about this
Let's
sandwich.
see about my home. Let's go some more homeless stories.
I mean, I'm sure we
It's
all
only
have
gonna
plenty.
go well. Yes.
Plenty. Do we?
Sorry, I'm muting myself now. I'm done.
Leslie, is your character homeless?
I was really considering incorporating the homeless bin into my roleplay today. Anyways, my name's Simply Jackson. This is an awkward transfer over into what I do, but I am a streamer here on Twitch. I do variety broadcasting. I started doing creative again thanks to this beautiful tablet which I'm so excited to have. And then I've been really out of it today. I've been like socially inept today. So this is going to be really fun for me. I've been watching a lot of serial killer documentaries and podcasts, listening to podcasts.
So watch out.
My brain is just like, people are fucking weird.
You're wired.
She's
wired now.
She's been talking about it with four like behind the scenes, and we're just all weirded out by it.
Yeah, it's all like,
who killed John Bonet?
Who killed John Bonet?
Who killed her?
Can we work this into Mouse Guard somehow?
Yes.
Where we're like,
I'm
actually
doing the same thing because I watched Mindhunters, like, and I've been like,
Listen to
I
this
just
podcast.
Coming full
Ooh.
circle, guys.
yesterday and the day before, all I did was watch their interviews. Like, I watched Ed Kemper's actual interview and Jeffrey Dahmer's actual interview.
The guy who
And I
played
was
Ed
like-
Kemper.
And I was like, damn, Jeffrey Dahmer tried to induce zombie-like states in his video
yeah.
He did. He thought it would work.
by pouring hot water over their brains and acid to save
Battery acid. Yeah.
This
Forever.
should be an 18+ stream, right? Like this should
And
be
then
at
he was
this.
like, I'm
at
gonna
this
make
point.
an altar to them. And he's like, why? Is it kind of a place to like think? And it was gonna be made of like skulls and like bones and remains.
That
don't
does
open
sound
his
kind of
fridge.
cool. Like it
Don't
sounds.
open his fridge. There's
If
no,
you had like a
there's
whole
no froyo.
bone area, I need a bone area. That's what I want. Just
So you're more.
I'm not gonna make the joke. I'm not gonna make the obvious joke.
The bone area.
yeah. I need a bone area. Everybody. Does anyone have one that I can just procure?
I
Mute?
don't know. Apparently we call it the trash bin, the homeless bin.
I'll check. Let me check the homeless bin for a bone area.
I just love how Grinny's like, I want to pick your brain about these documentaries and podcasts because I'm actually super interested in murder and killing people.
That's why Greeny likes when I play horror games.
Oh well.
Maybe don't use the word pick your brain in this case.
Yeah. Some people take that a little too literally.
Oh man. Drunkly, who are you and who are you playing today?
Hi, I'm Drunkly. My phone just went off very loud. Hey everybody, my name is Drunkly Romantic. You can find me on Twitter at Twitch at Drunkly Romantic. I stream every fucking day apparently, and I love you guys. I'm playing Quinn Hat, a mouse in Mouse Guard who is traveling with his this group that is liking him, and I like these buddies. Like they're good mouse buddies. And Ford did a really good impression of me last week. That was
You were not
clipped
supposed to hear
and
that.
then sent to my Discord and then pinned to my Discord. You thought you would have escaped, but no. For
fucking ratted
I
me
am in
out.
the system now.
Who's the rat?
Who did it?
Tell me.
Who's the narc?
Who's the narc? Which
It
one
was
of you
those closest
is
to you.
not homeless?
Someone's gonna clip something out of context. Somebody today clipped something.
I'm gonna get shut down, guys.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I am too. So
Someone show your nipple.
I was talking
I'll do
about
it.
the little cat.
Luckily, no, don't.
And someone was like, don't they steal your stuff? And I was like, no, only the black ones steal your stuff. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, the black ones steal your stuff and the white ones don't. Someone clipped that out of context.
Now it's on my channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna clip it here.
Yeah, and
that happened to me too.
About the cats. I was like, no, the little cats in the game. Only the black ones steal your stuff. I was like, somebody needs to talk to cats.
The main links.
No, seriously, that same thing happened to me. I was playing a game where there was different color races. But like it was like there was the green race and the blue race, and the white one was my favorite one. So I said, I think the white race is the best.
All right.
And that was clipped. Someone clipped that, and it's on the internet forever.
And now it's here. Thank you.
No,
Thank you,
we're not in character. The mouse guard is wholesome and safe.
You know what though, Drunkly? That just means you're about to get a Razer and Origin PC sponsorship.
Yes, I'm so fucking excited for that. All you have to do is be a terrible person to get everything you want.
Did you say Origin?
Yeah. Or how do you guys say it?
Origin.
Orange.
I like that Origin.
Yeah, so I say things weird. I say Origin. I also say petrol.
That's fine.
I say petrol.
That's not American.
I say gasoline. I say petroleum distillate.
My high school growing up was called the British Co-ed.
Do you say aluminium?
Yeah, aluminium.
Do you say?
Instead of
do you say?
Do you say
vase or vase?
I actually do say vase.
Yeah. I say vase. If it's like a nice vase, I call it a vase.
I promise there will be some gaming at some point tonight.
No mouse guard.
We're talking about real issues here.
These are really important.
Speaking of bronze, who are you and who are you playing today? I can't even.
Hello, I'm that bronze girl, and I'm playing Brienne Thimblebucket. She is a really buff. She's the team's muscle, so to speak, and she's got a fiery personality. She don't take no shit from nobody. Snap. Also, she thinks she's a hedgehog. She's a furry. Yeah.
Oh man! And last but not least, my name is Askren, and I am playing Tynan Trail Chaser, the straight man of the group, the one who has no personality. He's the audience insert character. He's the one you're supposed to empathize with.
He gets the most dialogue options.
I was gonna say something, but and last but not least, of course, sitting on the not this side of me, on the other side of me is Four, who is our dungeon master, and
hello,
growing evil.
I'm growing handsome, sir.
I'm not arguing with that.
Is it because of the facial hair? Are you becoming like Bizarro 4?
Yeah, it's his
doppelganger. Oh yeah, for sure. No, 4 is evil.
Or is he actually evil?
I mean,
both.
I got rid of the bow. The bow was supposed to stop this.
Okay.
You tried to combat Aaron's evil.
Yeah. No. Actually, Game Grumps is now like tainted. I like to think that when they record and Aaron's wearing the bow, something horrible will go wrong.
Is it not like a little recorder, like hidden in the bow?
There's 2 4s now.
What? What? Oh no! Oh god, it's spreading.
I am the good 4.
The good 4.
Why does the good 4 sound like a villain?
It's a mislead. I'm excellent at story.
Look, you don't judge someone by what they sound like, okay?
Boy, those homeless.
So, before we dive into Mouse Guard, just a couple of quick announcements, and before I hand it over to Four, first and foremost, guys, if you have not already, please hit that retweet link. Dice Lulu has it for you in the chat right there. Tell all your friends that we're getting weird and hanging out, and this is what we do. And they should be here hanging out with us. Second of all, the only other major announcement I have is I want to thank everyone for kicking off our Dice-cember charity month. An entire month of D&D charity that is going on this December. We kicked it off this past Friday with a one-shot played by the lovely Lauren, aka Random Tuesday, Margaret Crone, Dr. Megan Connell, and Darcy Ross, and I was dungeon mastering. Let me frame how amazing this week has been. We set a goal of $2,000 for the month for St. Jude's, and we broke that in less than 2 hours. As we raised over basically $2,300 over the course of that one game, and that's just the first game in our month. We have an entire other month of community games, sponsored games, and other stuff, and I am so looking forward to doing it with you guys. If you guys want, of course, the Tiltify link for the donation stuff is right down below. You can still help out. We also somehow shot up to 70 subscribers in the course of a day, so I don't know how things like that happens, but thank you so much, guys, for especially all of the sub gifts and sharing the love. I hope you all enjoy the new emotes, the emote, because we're not partnered yet, but you get the D20 emote, and you can use that and spam it everywhere. And thank you guys for dropping by with the hosts. Where's my thing? I wanted to thank BP Phantom for the 5-month resub. He says hashtag Team Bloodhole and Team Mouse. And then thank you to Brahms for the 5-month resub. Thank you, my friend. Welcome back, guys. If you want to join in and get yourself some stuff you can support the show with, the subscription is the best way to do that, because apparently Patreon is going through some weirdness right now.
Get yourself a drip.
What's that armadillo?
What's up?
Or get an armadillo instead.
Is there not just like an armadillo?
Sorry, I just randomly saw where somebody posted this in my Discord when I was closing my windows, and it's adorable.
It is adorable.
We're looking at pictures of armadillos instead of mouse guards.
Oh, okay.
We're getting in a different mood.
Sorry.
Armadillo guard.
So
Armadillo guard.
That is the next game. The only other thing I wanted to say is, remember, guys, if you want to get involved in the show, help support the channel, and affect the game by giving our players some help. Of course, you can do that via the donation link down below. You can give fate points, persona points, inspirations, charges, restorations, whatever, all that good stuff. It's a Dice Doodle has it for you in chat. And all of that, of course, helps go back to running the channel. I've rambled for a while. I don't want to do it. I want to play some mouses, so I'm going to hand it over to 4.
The territories is where we take our story. Recently, they have become dangerous, at least on the edges of the lands in which our characters live. It is guarded by the Mouse Guard, which is a faction and organization of warriors, scientists, and explorers who seek to protect the sanctity of their kin and the honor of their ancestors. But our patrol has run afoul of quite a number of unsavory things. A pack of wolves threatens to breach the border, and if they get inside the territories, they are very likely to dig up all the tiny little mouse towns and several other terrible things, making life in the territories very, very bad. It appears that it may not be coincidence, since they did recently come under the understanding that wolves might have been drawn here by something, and the weasels, who caused a devastating war several years back in winter, might have a hand in it and are taking every advantage they can to subvert the mice. But do one of you guys want to tell us what happened exactly in the last session? It's pretty booming.
I don't think I have any conditions to heal.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys have been succeeding.
Yeah, I think we're
back and forth. Yeah,
I'm pretty good on conditions.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have tapped or used nature, you can also get that back.
Yeah, if anybody does have used up nature, they can receive another one to recover. Gosh, I guess
I can't remember. I want to, but I can't remember it all.
Gosh,
I'm
Julie.
I can drop the recap. I don't have any nature or
I think I can sort of finish this up and then lead us into where we need to go, because this is going to be a little bit chunky from the start. what happened is you guys went to this spring where the wolves congregate, where lots of animals used to have sort of like a neutral ground. But it appears as though the wolves have caused a lot of ruckus. You pursued a ferret by the name of Anivery, who was one of the head captains during the Winter War. And upon discovering where she was, you saw that some of the weasels working for Rampal were trying to capture her and bring her back forcibly. She appears to be trying to ally herself with the mice of the territories, the Mouse Guard. But there's a lot of schisms currently within Darkheather, which is the home of the weasels. You rescued her and were able to. Gosh, I remember that Junie just completely wrecked a guy's toe.
Mm-hmm.
It was brutal.
That's what he gets.
Damn, that's what he gets. She returned with you beyond the border towards Pebblebrook, which is sort of like the hub of all activity that is going on to sort of tackle this wolf problem. And I guess that's where we're gonna start. You guys see Pebblebrook in the distance, this big walled city that has a stone roof and several battlements along its tall rocky walls in this open plain. So what do you guys have a plan once you get inside Pebblebrook? What do you want to do with Anivery, or what would you like to where would you like to go or talk to exactly?
I think we should probably build a gallows and carry out a public execution.
Nice.
For who?
But on a serious note,
but is it possible? I think my intention last week when we cut off was not necessarily to go directly to town. We wanted to get Anivery caught up with Huey.
That's right. You guys wanted to find some of the bandits.
Yeah, they should be somewhere outside the town.
Yeah, you guys would be able to sort of like find their scent or tracks. They are not allowed inside the town, really.
Yeah.
But they do have some tents.
Still being treated there, isn't there?
There is one guy still being treated there, from what you've heard. Because he got his foot chewed off by one of the wolves during an attack. And so he's being treated there. But you can totally go to the bandit camp where Lucrezia and Huey, the two leaders of this company of weasels and mice, where they stay outside the walls. I'd say they're a few hundred yards away from the town of Pebblebrook. And Anivery is very eager to see Huey again. So you guys,
that's where we're going.
You guys approach the collection of tents, a lot of them larger than the others because, heck, weasels need a lot of space. And not too long, there's a small horn that goes off from above the trees, probably a scout. And you see several mice and weasels perk up. One of them begins to bound forward rather rapidly. It is clearly like weasel shaped, but it's a little bit like more compact and small. And as it gets closer, you see the flapping robe of Mim, the albino ferret, who is bounding towards you guys, and almost immediately throws himself down on the ground before you. And says, "Oh, it's really hard. Oh, the Lady Anivery, what brings you here? Oh, hello, Tynan. I don't remember the rest of your names. And just absolutely the red eyes almost watering instantly.
Which bandit is this?
This is
we couldn't trust, right?
Actually, that's the Martin.
Yeah, the white furred Martin.
Yeah. So this
sounds really sinister.
This is Mim the ferret.
Oh, okay.
Who is sort of like a midwife that came along with everybody.
That's the one. Got it.
Yes.
Hello. How is everyone? we've had a bit of a journey. We're just returning now. It's been long and arduous, but we could use a bit of rest.
Well, of course, we'd be happy to. Would you like to? I can spare my tent if you like, Miss Anivery, if you like. Anivery, who's sort of like this light blonde color, gives a bit of a nod and says, That'd be very comfortable, thank you. You said these were bandits, right?
They call themselves bandits. I mean, they're more of a collection of animals that are on the run.
I mean, they did try to rob us, though. So
right, that was more. I think it was more. I mean, they didn't do it well.
I mean, does that still disqualify them from being robbers, though?
No, I mean, I think they're more like children pretending to be robbers.
They're also right there and have feelings.
I know this type. I'll take the lead. And Anivery strides into the camp, and you immediately start to notice there is a distinct change in the attitude and the atmosphere of certain characters that you pass by. But you do eventually see that Huey and Lucretia come out of one of the tents. And Huey stands by the entry flap and simply stares. You can't really read his expression, but Lucretia comes bounding forward, waving her arms like this. You can see she has Jewel, her green garden snake, around her shoulders, trying to like find a comfortable spot as she's like bounding towards you. She's waving arms like, well, hey there. What's ooh, that's a big friend. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. How are you doing? How have things been going since we left? Any leeway with your mom?
We're on speaking terms, at the very least. I guess that's progress.
That's definitely progress. You were not speaking terms a few days ago.
Well, it's a bit sad. It took the impending, wolf pack that's going to descend like the stormy night upon my hometown, to get us together. It's pretty grand.
I mean, sometimes hardship brings people together in a way that I'm not good at this stuff. So you're my boyfriend. Where's that bloke at? Y'all still together?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just wanted to make sure, just in case. It's been a weird week.
I get the feeling.
Yeah.
All right. Well, oh my. And she notices Manners behind you.
Yeah.
Manners, the crow, sort of peering about like this. Very interested in what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, nice big friend you got there.
This is my ward. His name is Manners.
You adopted him?
Yep.
You see Jewel kind of like...
We're going to need some kind of grubs and worms. He really likes insects. If you could just get something for him. It's been a long journey. He's probably really hungry. It's not wise to have him hungry in a camp full of mice.
Manners sort of like leans over your shoulder, Brianna, and goes, peck, worm, peck. And he starts clacking his beak towards Lucretia's shoulder where Jewel is, and Jewel sort of like sticks her tongue out and slithers, like starts to curl around Lucretia's body. And she's like, no, it's fine.
No, that's not a worm. That's someone's friend.
It's big. It's gonna chomp me.
He might. You might want to stay away from him. That's not.
No, Beck.
No,
not
Peck.
Don't do that. Yeah. We'll get you some food. Don't worry. Are you hungry?
Peck.
Yeah. We'll get you some food. Remember, no tails and probably no green. No, none of that.
No. It looks sick. Sick worm.
Yeah. You'll throw up. You'll get diarrhea. Yeah. Moldy. You'll get the runs.
Lucretia,
my family's a scientist. I can confirm that.
Lucretia points over there and says, "There's a rotten log. We could probably Farjid, can you? He's worked with Blue Jays.
Oh yeah.
That's not a blue jay though. Can you? And you see this weasel pops up. He's wearing like this little hood, and he's very friendly. And he's like, I can take your bird for you if you like.
Oh yeah. Go with the new friend, Manners. Go.
All right.
Don't bite him.
Come along.
Don't bite him.
No peck.
Manners, don't peck.
No peck, please.
Farjid is friend.
Farjid. Far.
Yeah, far. It could take you far in life.
You stay. I peck.
No, don't. Yeah. Go eat with Farjid, but don't eat.
The whole time, Jeannie's just like pulling her tail close to her.
Just putting it under your cloak a little bit.
Yes.
Just holding
you
it.
don't have a cloak.
Oh no.
I'm just
Little tender pop.
Rub it in.
I have nothing for like a mouth here. Here we go. I have a little tail. Just like.
And Anivery says, "Well, this is a delight. May I please speak to Lord Huey?" And Lucretia, her eyes go, "Lord, are you really gonna call him that? Really? Okay. All right, come on." And she sort of like leads you guys over to the tent. And Huey sort of has these. He's still wearing like his. They're not royal colors, but because he's worn them out in his his banditry. They got little like clanging gold discs that sort of like are strapped together as some sort of armor, and he's wearing a much more fine little garment that wraps around his head and his ears, and he sort of gives you all a nod and says, "It's nice to see all of you in one piece."
Likewise.
I'm not too happy to see you, Anivery. Is there a reason you are visiting? Did my father send you?
We brought her. That was us.
Why?
She expressed interest in meeting you. She kind of gave us the impression that y'all were chums.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I mean,
you'd probably get that if, No, I'm not gonna say it. No, we're past that. It's fine. It's fine.
Seems like it.
Come, tent inside.
Wait, did y'all used to date?
No, no. And Lucretia gets these big eyes, and she's like, I mean.
Wait,
did.
I mean, that's what this is coming across as. It's coming across as awkward exes.
Anivery is like, no. He's.
Are y'all cousins?
Arranged marriage?
No.
Nothing involving anything about that business?
Nope. He's
Stab you in the back?
Stab you in the front?
Well. And Huey starts to frown pretty noticeably, and he goes, "Tent, not out. Don't talk out here. Get inside." And he quickly drags all of you guys in. And you do hear this little "ow" in the distance as you guys.
Aw, Manners found some grubs.
Or he ate Reptar, whatever his name is.
There might be carnage outside.
What was his name? It wasn't Reptar. It was close enough.
I guess. Farjard. I just made it up, so we'll see. And as you guys enter this tent, it definitely appears to have some command post to it. There's a map, there's a big table, there's some spare weapons and bedrolls, and
little figures on the map.
Yes, indeed, little carved wooden figures. Is there like a little rake
to like push them around?
Pull them up.
Unfortunately, no. But Lucretia, because she's not big enough, she does have this little leaf stem that she uses. That she sort of like bit off and like brought back with her. It's a little old, and it's bent. Looks like it might snap. Mm-hmm. And he says, so we've been talking with Pebblebrook, and we're trying to work on a plan just in case wolves come across the border. And Anivery continues saying, well, that's what I was hoping to explain my own ideas of what we should do. You've been gone from Darkheather for a long time. Your father isn't dealing very well with the consequences of Krodic and his clan. So ever since they left, there has been dissent, terrible rudeness, and I know what would bring us together is the rightful heir to the Overlord. And you see Huey sort of, maybe if that meant something, I might have stayed, but, Alphos, he showed me everything that was waiting for me in my time. If I stayed, I'm not going to make pits like my father did. I'm not a butcher. And I never well, maybe this is an opportunity then. I mean, at the very least, you can start trying to move us in a different direction, by all means. It does appear that Huey doesn't like this conversation, and he doesn't seem to like Enivery.
Mm-hmm. Huey, we haven't really had a chance to talk about this, but we brought Enivery back for a very specific reason, and that is that things are threatening our side of the border, and it's our job to make sure those things don't come to fruition. Enivery is with us in turning the tides against the Dark Heather Scourge, as he's been called. We need to know where you stand.
I stand wherever Lucretia stands. And if that's over on this side of the border, that's where I belong. I don't belong in some rank dem.
But you do. You can't just disassociate from your family because you decide that they do things poorly. That's a pretty pussy way to go about things. If you
Oh no, they don't do things poorly. They do things perfectly. Did you see some of the rooms in Dark Heather?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're awful. And your solution to that is to run away. Well, I'm going to break it to you right now. And this might not be a very pleasant realization for you, but as long as you walk around carrying that bastard's name, nobody's going to care that there's a junior behind it. In everyone's mind, you're just as awful as he is. In everyone's mind, you deserve to die just because of the shit your dad did. So you have one of two options here. Either you can continue to run away for the rest of your life, or you can try to fix this.
This sounds like a duel of wits.
God damn it.
So, we're going to do a conflict. This is going to be pretty obvious. What do you guys want to convince Huey to do? Enivery can possibly help you. Lucretia can possibly help you, but it's likely she's going to side with Huey.
I mean, yeah, we need Huey. We need him committing to fighting Rampal.
Okay. And Enivery wants him. Yeah.
Addendum. I guess if we had an ideal outcome, it would in theory be that Huey would accept the Weasel throne.
Because this means if the Weasels have someone to follow who wants to fight the Weasels, not the Weasels, the Wolves, with the mice, Huey is the one to do it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
That grants you guys huge militia if it comes to war with the Wolves.
Yeah.
Right. I wasn't even thinking war with the Wolves. I just think like if we put a king on the throne who is not a complete dick to mice,
who sees mice as literally livestock.
Right. It like if he's amenable to us and just willing to do his own thing, like an alliance with the weasels would be a huge victory, even just in the peace aspect, right?
Yeah, dude. If Huey gets on the throne and he's able to do what you say, that is not only good for the current problem with the wolves, it is good in the long run. Like there can be peaceful times beyond that border with weasels, possibly.
So I'm putting this to you guys out of character. Do you think we should, like, do you think we convince him to promise that he will sit on the throne now? Or do we just secure his cooperation and then convince him of that when the time comes?
Well, the thing is, we don't know that all the weasels are going to outright support him. Because Rand Paul Sr. is pretty popular. So this is going to be something that takes process.
Yeah, is that the only incentive we have for him? I mean, that's obviously going to be, it's pretty big, but is there?
And Ivory has told you guys that things are falling apart in Dark Heather.
Right.
Tunnel Lords are literally becoming roving bandits, like
which is why we need to strike while the iron's hot.
Right.
Yeah.
The only reason I was saying that was because like if we essentially fight, if we lead a fight against the weasels, then in theory whoever's left would probably support the king rather than, you know, it would only be the hardcore people that would
no,
be like the Soviet Union and just
yes, dude, because people like remember the time when the Soviet Union had all its power. Like this is sort of in that fashion. Like it's after the fall of like Stalin and
just fractured.
It's fractured.
All the Tunnel Lords would probably make a grab for power.
Exactly.
Okay,
Unless
so you think we need to do it in one swift motion then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if that's your goal, you can try to convince Huey to do that.
Head of the regime and put another head on it.
Okay, so we need him to commit to that, like here and now.
Yeah.
As the foundation of our plan. Okay, fair enough.
Huey is going to make his goal to convince you that trying to make an alliance with Rand Paul is a waste of time. If you really, and he is not the right one to do it.
But we're not making an alliance with Rand Paul.
No, but you're trying to force him to sort of like make an alliance with like Dark Heather. Well, I think the way I should put it is he's done with the idea of Dark Heather.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So
he doesn't.
So he's trying to fight. He's trying to exit the the weasel community entirely.
He has extreme distaste for the way of life in Dark Heather, and he thinks it's best to let it die.
Okay.
And he does not want to be the one to bear the responsibility that you want to tell him he needs to do.
All right. So So Bronze, are you the one leading the sort of argument against him?
I think so.
Don't forget, we can use. I'm gonna go ahead and say you guys can use persuasion and manipulator/deceiver for this. Orator, I'm not so certain because this isn't really a crowd. So you guys need to find out who has like the best skill to lead into this. You're going to roll successes per usual, but instead of adding it to your health, you can add it to your will, or you have to add it to your will.
Okay.
Yeah.
So persuasion or manipulator. I have a 2 in persuader. Not great at it. I could use a success though. That'll grant me a skill point.
That's true. Let me actually check what Huey would have. Oh, interesting. Okay. What do the rest of you have?
I have like manipulator. I think. Let me find it.
Junie, do you want to lead the company?
I have 3 in deceiver.
3 in deceiver. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What's your will?
3.
3. That's not bad either. What about Quinn?
Oh, I was muted. Sorry. I don't. don't really have anything that can help that I can. I mean, I could always like annoy you and be like, maybe I can help use my cartographer skill to navigate to help navigate the
you have
course
orator too.
Yeah, I can't do anything here.
Oh no. Well,
Unless,
you could.
Can I try backing with like Legends of the Guard wise? Like talking of stories of
That's perfect helping dice.
That's a good idea.
That's perfect helping dice. You could start telling tales from the old Winter War. So here's what I think. I think either Tynan or Brienne can lead this conflict. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for Mr. Let's see. And that's gonna be above 4. Okay. So he's going to get helping dice from Lucrezia initially. Wow. He got 4 successes. That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Oh God.
So who wants to lead the negotiations?
That's up to, I think it's either Brienne or Tynan.
I don't know. You want me to do it?
What do you have? Persuader or manipulator?
She has Deceiver, which is sort of like the manipulator.
Okay. What's your Deceiver? Well,
it's 3. What's yours?
My Persuader's 2.
Oh.
I mean,
I feel like Brienne can do it.
Hey,
you think so?
I got your back.
Like this is the body of argument. So you'd be getting help from Quinn, Junie, Tynan, and Inivery. So that's 4 helping dice.
Okay. All right. So.
Can you throw on some fate or persona points on top of that?
Or a trait.
Yeah. I got fiery.
Fiery, you could use that. Give you another 1 dice.
Okay, so I get 4 helping die, right? And then I get 3 from my skill.
7, and then 1 from your trait. So that's
1 from my trait.
8.
And then I could tap a fate point if I needed to re-roll my 6s, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then I also have Persuader. Can I add that?
Persuader.
No, because I'd be using 2 traits, 2 skills.
2 skills. Yeah, you can't. You can only use wises to help yourself.
Okay, what wise do I have? Oh, I just have trap wise.
Yeah. I have the wises here, but not for this.
And you're already helping.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
8 dice on top of your will should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you add the will afterwards, right?
Yeah, to your successes.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and roll whenever you're set. 4. Okay.
4 successes.
What's your will?
3.
3. He has 5. So you guys have a total of 7. He has a total of 9.
It's comparable.
You guys could get this.
All right.
Possibly.
Let me set this up on screen. Where are we?
I'm down here.
Mouse cards. There we go.
I mean, 4 rolled like all of his dice were successes.
Now here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
And I failed half of mine.
Here's the thing. The conflict can have a deep curve. Things can change drastically.
All right. So what's our total? 7.
Yeah, you're 7. He's 9.
All right.
Actually, oops. I'm gonna take that. I think I'll do this.
Oh man. So we have to.
Yeah, I got my cards set. You guys just need to decide how you're gonna approach this.
The first volley.
Yep, we're doing that volley.
If you're leading, I'll say you should probably go first, and then we'll follow up. So I guess everyone is this. Who wants to go after her?
I'll go. Oh no, Junie's got it. No, Junie's got it. Yep, right. There you go.
And then you want to go after that, Drunkly?
Sure, because I'm probably gonna mess it up.
Okay.
Damn.
So pick whatever card you need for the 3rd round.
That one.
All right.
Put it on the thing.
Where is it?
What was Huey's disposition?
9.
9. That's not terrible.
I have to do 9 damage.
Yeah. It's all right. We just gotta stay alive.
Did I?
Yep.
How do I? Jesus, come on. There we go.
Try to drag it on there.
I was zoomed in too much, so I didn't get to. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
There we go. Nope.
What?
What the hell? Why are they?
If you
okay.
click on the down, you should see a number over your name at the bottom. You can also just drag them from there.
3 feints. Let's do it.
All right.
One of them will hit, maybe.
Did I do it? Did I do it right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yay!
All right. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. Let's flip.
All right.
Defend.
That's not good.
Attack. Okay. So, here's what we'll do. It's going to be a versus test. Huey is once again getting help from Lucretia, and he's going to say, I think he'll say something along the lines of, because this is what he's opening up with. He says, listen, I've spent the better part of my years out here learning how to take care of only a handful of mice and weasels. I'm not a good fit, because if you put me in a place where I have to take care of backstabbing, greedy, and murderous tunnel lords, you've got another thing coming. He's gonna roll. Oh my God, Huey.
I'm fucking done with Huey. I don't. No.
All right. You're still getting 4 helping dice. So.
Well, I don't know if this changes anything, but my intent is to actually go out. I'm attacking Lucretia.
Go.
Oh, damn.
Go.
Tag that bitch. So my theory is if I can get Lucretia to flip, that'll take one of his dice away and potentially add one to ours. So that's who I'm going to be targeting, and I'm going to target her while her guard is down.
This is good. This is good.
What do you say to her?
Yeah, if you get her helping dice away from him, that's a big boon.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to ignore what he's saying to the side of my face. And I'm going to look Lucretia in the face, and I'm a lot bigger than her, so
Yeah.
I got that intimidation factor going.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm going to look her dead in the eyes and be like, you act like you're tough. Have you seen the pits?
Wow. She blinks, says, no. I figued it was just.
Did you serve in the Winter War?
No, I was too young. I was
like 15.
I was just a kid in Pebblebrook. I mean, I heard it.
I too, but some of us didn't have the privileged upbringing you've run away from. So as someone who has witnessed both, let me tell you, the thing you're trying to run from has affected a lot of our lives. There's people alive that have lost whole families, whole wings of their family tree to these people. And your bow has the ability to prevent that from happening again. You can make this right. Or you can sit here on your hands and you can both continue to run from your past, because that's all you do, Lucretia. You're a coward and all you do is run. And this is your chance to make a stand and make something of your sad and trite existence.
Not even stopping.
If you get any successes, I'm gonna give you a +1 success.
Just
that
gonna
was
cry.
brutal.
Yeah.
I said I was gonna drag her.
Yeah.
It was scathing.
It's the first round.
Didn't think you dragged her into a homeless bin and lit her on fire. That's what you did.
I always miss Drunkly when he's not here.
This is what we're privileged to.
What's your roll bonus here?
4 dice.
To roll.
So he rolled a 4 as a defense?
Yes. So
Okay.
you have to beat 4. You're getting 4 helping dice. So I think it's 7 again.
Oh, so I just add it to my deceiver?
Yeah, you just add the 4 helping dice to your current deceiver. Because this sounds like straight up like intimidation, which I adore.
Okay, so I get 7.
Because you're evil for that's why you adore it.
And then you can add, if you need you bonus dice, you have fate and persona points there too. You have all that shit.
That's actually true.
So I could make my 6s explode if I needed to.
You could also spend some persona points to add just straight up extra, I think up to 3 extra dice.
Yeah, persona points can add 1 dice.
If you have a lot of them, spend them.
This is an important conflict.
I'll go ahead and spend 3. I have 11 because I never use them. So I'll spend
that's
3.
just 3 extra dice on top of whatever you got.
Okay, where did my dice tray go? I clicked off of it to look on my character sheet for okay, found it again. So that brings us up to 10 dice.
Nice.
All right, let's see.
Roll those 10.
Let's explode those 6s. I don't know how I got 3. My rolls are not good today.
Now,
instead of exploding the 6s, you should flip the failures.
What can you do that?
Now, here's what you can do. You can explode the 6s, and you can spend another persona point to re-roll your failures if you can justify it with a wise.
Oh. I don't
So
think
you'd have to... Yeah, you could try to pull Trapwise into this.
I don't understand how I would.
What does Trapwise
I mean, technically
encompass?
you're trying to trap Huey by using
Lucretia.
That's true.
I have
a
a suggestion.
Maneuver.
I have a suggestion, but it's kind of out there.
What is that?
Because it's stretching the definition of the word trap. But we are using this in a rhetorical sense. What if, instead of trying to convince Lucretia just to sort of take our side, you convince her to essentially trap Huey in a marriage?
What if you turn up the radio?
As in, no. As in, she becomes the liaison between the weasels and the mice if he's on the throne.
That is a little bit of a stretch.
She would love some power, though. I mean,
I think she would take it.
Dude, I don't know.
Oh God.
I don't know. That's up to Bronze to if Brienne would do that.
I mean, if you curve the end of what you're saying from your trite existence to now think of what you could do with your existence if you were in this power.
Again, I told you it was out there.
Now I was gonna say you could actually just like use Trapwise to say, yeah, you think those pits are bad? Like I've seen traps that the weasels have said. Like this I'm gonna horrify you. I'm gonna horrify you.
I could actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You could do that. Shock her into it.
Yeah, because that actually wraps in more with Brienne's like sort of training, because Crazy Bill was a little bit of a guerrilla fighter. So
It's true. You two were in the bush.
Yeah. So he always taught Brienne how to set snares and stuff, which she always thought were really like savage and crude, because sometimes they wouldn't leave people in a very good state afterwards. But
no, dude. And in winter, that's worse.
Also, the more I think about it, I don't think Brienne would tout marrying anybody.
No, yeah.
I told you it's out there.
Yeah. I think it's just out of character for her. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that I describe in graphic detail finding mangled corpses of mice out in the field, rotting, missing limbs, missing legs, missing toes.
Yep.
Tripwire with nail bombs, shrapnel, the most, horrendous ways to go. Sad, long, drawn out, painful suffering. And
And then you just leave them frozen in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
the pits were the best of it.
Ooh, that's rough. Go ahead and re-roll 9 dice. You're spending a fate point and a persona point for
and
this.
A persona point. Okay, hold up. Let me subtract those before I forget.
Yep.
All right, guys. I just burned like most of my.
No, dude. Like
persona, so.
this is the time to burn it in the first volley.
I just need like 1 to 2 more successes. I would.
You
hope
need a couple. Yeah, a couple of successes.
Would help,
yeah.
But let's be real. It's not probably not going to. So. All right. 8.
Oh, those 2 6s keep rolling.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they still keep rolling. Keep rolling them. So roll 2 more.
Oh!
What the hell?
They keep exploding. You gotta. Ah.
I mean, at least I
Okay.
that did kind of make up for how shitty my last rolls were. Until the snake eyes appeared. I mean, that didn't.
Do you start?
2 fixes and re-roll them again.
So that's a total of. Now I said if you were able to beat his obstacle, you get another success on top of that because you're throwing some dark shit around.
Yeah.
To get her. So I think
psychological warfare.
That's a total of 10 successes versus his 4. So that means, damn, he takes 6 damage right away.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. No pressure, Leslie. You just gotta stab him in the heart for 3.
Do it.
All right. So here's what I think.
My energy. I hope I didn't like hurt our tender prow with all my graphics.
No, she's heard about it in her books.
Now, Brienne, you gotta take the snare and make sure it breaks their neck right away.
Yeah. What you do is you take
Shit.
the wire and you want to attach it to, so you get some sugar, some fertilizer, you put it in the can with anything sharp you can find. You just throw it in there.
All of what you're doing probably to Judy is
When
just
they hit
inspiring
that
her to want to
wire,
fight more.
There's just going to be flying pieces of jagged metal through the air. These weasels aren't gonna know what hit them.
Now, you can't forget, you gotta take your rabbit mount and you gotta rub its feces all over the tip so that the wound rots. It's just these flashbacks that she's like iterating to Lucretia, who's like, ah!
I prefer if the feces didn't get rubbed on the tips. I would prefer if that didn't happen.
That's the medieval way. That's some medieval ass shit.
That's original poison, yo.
Yeah, that really was. They still do that in prison.
Yep. All right. What do you, Leslie? What is Junie doing?
What Judy is gonna do is she doesn't have her books or anything, but she does remember as many as she can of weasels that are not at Randpaul's level of power, but just underneath him, so that if Randpaul were to pass, or if Randpaul were to be taken care of, these are how many horrible, like, power-hungry, terrible weasel leaders are just ripe and biting at the nip to be able to get in power and just trash all over everything. So
I like that.
Damn.
So, but it's a maneuver. I kind of knock him off in hopes that somebody will convince him.
What's he doing? We gotta wait to see it.
He's fainting.
Which is they're individual tests.
They're individual tests. He is going to burn his nature on this.
Now a feint. What does a feint actually do? Does a feint do damage?
The feint does do damage. Yeah.
Oh no.
I thought it helps him recover. I was wrong.
So he's gonna use his weasel nature to replace his skill. And is gonna add his a trait to this. Let's see. Yeah, because he's going to use his jaded trait on this. That means he's gonna roll 6 dice to do damage to you because he wants to get something out of this. Oh my god, really? I got 1 success.
I'm afraid to roll, to be honest.
You're setting up for a juicy follow-up. So go ahead and roll your dice with 4. Oh yeah, you're using beginner's luck, so you roll half your will.
Okay. Half of my will is
what is that?
I only have 3 will, so it would be
two.
2.
We round up. So you're gonna be rolling 5 dice in that case because Lucretia is now
on our end.
Yeah, she's been shocked to your side.
Okay. And then do I use my Legends of the Guardwise to help with that roll?
Yeah, that was a great idea to figure out how to use that. So
can I use a skill to back it too? Being an orator?
Unfortunately, you can use a trait.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, compassionate, inquisitive, and skinny not gonna do anything. I'm trying to be very domineering here, and none of those help. So
yeah, you're fact rolling on this.
So just 5 tap. That's it.
Yep, I believe that's it. Not bad. 4 successes. That's a lot. Because they're independent, you can. Now, do you want to try to re-roll those 6s so you can try to get like the max benefit out of your maneuver?
Well, yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, go ahead and spend a fate point. Roll those 2 dice.
Did he roll? Wait, did he only get 1 success?
Yeah.
Oh, get fucked.
So you got 4 successes. You can do one of a few things. You can try to spend 3 of those to give the next person +2, and he will get -1 on his next roll. Or you can try to disarm him and then give him a -1 as well. But I don't know what you could disarm because this is not really a fight. You can maybe stop him from using his nature for himself.
Pass. I think I'll just go ahead and pass, and success is off. Set up.
Gotcha.
Old Queen.
So we're taking 1 damage, right?
You're taking 1 damage.
Got it.
And he is going to now. Do you want to speak first, or do you want him to sort of do his little feint?
I want to see what he does. Yeah.
Yeah. So he takes a moment to fuck those ones. God.
Took a moment to fuck the ones.
No, it's just I'm so frustrated. I rolled so poorly.
He did.
So he takes a moment to realize Lucretia is starting to. She's hearing things that he never told her, and he sort of leans across the table, trying to reach her now that she's sort of looking a bit scared. And he says, "This is the reason why I wanted us to move further south, away from Darkheather, away from the toxin that is my family, that is everything I grew up around. If it wasn't for Alphos, I would not be the man I am today, the man that you love. Don't get scared into making a mistake. That's the only reason I am where I am. That I learned not to be scared of my father, to make the decision to do something good for myself, to make me happy. And that's where you can step in, Junie."
Junie's gonna go. I'm such a bad speaker in person, much less in character. But I'm not really good at pulling out names. But Junie's gonna look at Huey and say, "That family, the family that you're touting, is gonna destroy everyone regardless. Like if your father falls from the throne, if any availability opens up, all of the what we'll call lords across the land of your land and your home are going to try to swoop in and take over, and they're not going to have any sort of prowess or weight. They've all been thirsty for the war for a long time, and I don't feel like the weasels underneath them are as thirsty as they are, and they might be able to be withheld if somebody with reasoning and talent who's been outside of the walls and not just nipping at the butt to just get in there and wreck people would step up and be a better leader to them. I mean, look, like we can see how more animals than just us, mice, can be managed and helped. Like we've helped a crow, we've helped a fair, we've helped a lot of animals, and I don't think that these weasels that are going to get in power are going to try to reason with anybody. It's just going to be a steamroll, and if you don't try to step up and own for your own people, then you're not going to be, nobody's going to welcome you anyways.
Mm-hmm. And Ivry sort of follows on this and says, it's already been happening, Huey. I've been there. I've had to advise your father on how to be more brutal, on how to stave off the knives in the dark. And it'll only get worse when he dies and there's no one there to take leadership, to truly lead. I can't begin to explain the terrible things that will happen if so-and-so family takes power, or the other so-and-so family, and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's time for the last action.
Drunkly, save us!
Drunkly,
save us!
Not a good sign.
What's going on?
What are you
Tell
doing?
me.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Flip that card. Move that bus. Here we go.
Mutually assured destruction. Oh,
yeah.
You got a whole bunch of bonus, but.
Yep, I've got, so Drunkly, you have +2. Thanks to Junie. He is going to roll 4 dice, and he's gonna burn a trait for this.
What am I supposed to roll? How many am I supposed to roll?
Okay, so what's your will total?
Oh God. Total will. My total will is something that I'm looking at. Oh, 2.
2. So you're rolling 1 dice plus.
The 2 from Junie.
Yeah, and also 5 more because of all the helping dice that is sort of gathering around you guys. So you're rolling 8 dice.
Okay. I can do that.
You just have to tell me what Quinn drops on, Huey.
An anvil. Should I tell you before I roll or after I roll?
Let's roll first. Let's see if there is such a thing as mutually assured destruction. No, there is not. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough. So you're going to be able to finish him off because that takes him down. And thankfully, you guys are down to 4. So this will be at least a minor compromise. And here is where we begin. Do you want to wait for him to speak and then think about how you shut him down?
Yes, I would like that.
All right. Huey, clearly growing frustrated, begins to rely on the only thing he knows he can turn to at this moment. And he simply states, we're wasting our time doing this. Our efforts should be focused on the current threat. We have wolves that can cross the border at any time. We should be more concerned about them and what they can do to you all, the mice. Because otherwise, if they're doing as bad as they are, then they'll die off. And they can starve beyond the border. They won't be a problem. And if we can drive the wolves further out, then hopefully the wolves will tear them to pieces. We should be focusing on the wolves, not me, not Dark Heather.
You know what your family's like. You have described them to us. If you think that they are as bad as you're saying and as bad as everyone else is saying, then maybe you could do something about it to right the wrongs of the people who hurt you and hurt many others. This is your chance. You can take over. You can make right. You know what's wrong. And you said you don't want to be in charge of those, whatever, I forgot the names of the things you call tunnel lords or something.
You got it. You did.
Yeah, tunnel lords. Fuck you. I said, I high-fived someone who's standing nearby. And I high-fived Junie. If the tunnel lords are as bad as you say they are, you can clean that up. I believe you can do it, and it will help us all. Every mouse, every weasel, every ferret, every little thing that can get eaten by a big old thing with knives in its mouth. It's on you. If you can make this easier, I don't see why you wouldn't do it.
And that's where we have to end the conflict. You guys win.
And then I stab him. I don't know.
That can be a compromise.
No. I only stabbed him a little bit. Just a little bit.
So.
It's a solid ending, by the way.
I know, right?
Good job.
You guys crushed it. Well done. Everybody gets to learn or get a pass or a fail for Persuader, Deceiver, whatever skill you used. We have to come to an idea.
We don't get a point if we didn't put a card down.
No, I think it's okay if you get a point because you're in the conflict, so technically you also get the benefit.
I get to go up a point.
We get a pass. We get a pass for. But I didn't really use any of mine. Would that go towards will or?
It actually. Do you want to learn Persuader or Deceiver, Manipulator for like intimidating or?
Persuader seems better for myself.
Go ahead and put like an X in Persuader or like a 0, and then just mark a pass. You're gonna start learning that.
Okay, awesome, cool, thank you.
So
this is great.
If I get a point in shit, never mind. Wait, I need a fail in Persuader. I need a fail to go up a point.
Rip. So, you guys are going to be able to get. You're going to be able to get the majority of your goal, which was to convince him to pursue this line, this lineage. But we have to figure out what he gets out of it because he was able to knock you guys a little bit. He wasn't able to reach that halfway point, so there has to be some sort of compromise.
What was his goal again?
His goal was kind of to turn you guys away from this option. He didn't want to be caught up in the bigger politics of Darkheather. He wanted to focus on the problems at hand.
Would it be all right, and I'm putting this to the group before I put it to 4,
yeah.
Would it be all right to say in our compromise that if he agrees to take the throne, but we sort of maybe have to agree to help him deal with the other tunnel lords?
If you think you can keep that promise, because you take your orders from Gwendolyn.
Right, I understand. That's why I'm asking, I'm putting it to them.
If you do that, he will hold you to that promise.
Why don't we make that a last-ditch effort? Because that seems like a lot of shit to do.
Right, okay, because we need to give him something, and we need to bargain away. I got this hair that won't fucking stay.
What if we just give him a gift card or something? Like, would that work?
I could give you guys conditions. I could give you guys conditions.
But what if we promise that we'll talk to Gwendolyn about potentially having multiple groups of guard mice to be
like some sort of military treaty,
like a new military treaty,
right? See, that's why I wanted to talk about this rather than just taking a condition, because I think it's more interesting if we actually.
There is a treaty currently with Darkheather that was agreed upon after the mice fucking kicked the doors in.
Yeah. On
Darkheather. You are essentially promising we are going to renegotiate that treaty so that you are taken care of.
Well, so before we agree to that, the treaty that exists, I'm assuming it basically consists of the weasels getting fuck all and just agreeing to not come on this side of the border.
Yeah, on pain of we're gonna fucking stab you.
So perhaps not. I don't want to say taken care of, because that's a lot of resources and a lot of food, and we can't. That fucking cat, by the way.
I know. I'm so proud.
He's just reaching over her face. I can't. So I don't think we can promise them any ton in the way of resources. I do think that we can promise them that if they can clean up their own house, we can help rebuild a little bit.
Okay. Because he's gonna need it. If enough tunnel lords have already betrayed and left and become roving bandits, or have just straight up abandoned Darkheather, that is something he will need. But this will. So here's the thing: in the future, sometime down the road, you guys will get into a duel of wits.
We'll
with
have to
Gwendolyn.
negotiate the contract. Yeah.
Yes. Somewhere down the road.
That'd be fun, though.
I know, right?
Okay. So do you guys think that's a good, basically a good compromise that we'll kind of?
I think so.
Put them there, and then we basically set up an alliance.
Yeah, because then we're not screwed later down the road. We can deal with it if it comes to it. But yeah.
To be honest, I think if we put a king on the Weasel throne who is sympathetic and willing to help us, that'll go a long way with Gwendolyn.
Yeah.
She can't say shit about that.
That's substantial.
Yeah,
so here's sort of what happens next. You guys do give this to Huey to sort of mull over, and he'll agree. And he will actually work with Anivery on making this happen. That's going to take some time. What Anivery kind of wants to do now is just set up shop. She wants to find the means to start communicating with Pebblebrook so that ferret, weasel, and mouse efforts can begin. If possible, once Huey is put into the proper position. But before you can do that, one of the mouse bandits comes by and begins to whisper in Lucrezia's ear, and she sort of the shock has sort of worn off, and she goes, "All right, Mr. Tynan."
Yes.
Can I help you? There's a mouse guard outside to see you, apparently.
Oh, okay. You keep negotiating. Let's get this in writing. Let's get this all sorted away. I have, and he'll just without finishing the sentence, just walk outside.
She gets more whispering. She says, Brienne too.
Okay. Well, good luck, guys.
Junie, you can stay. Do you want to learn how to... Oh, look at this map. Look at these cool little... I carved these. And she starts showing you she's like, this one is Duncan. Here's my whistle pigs.
I love the idea there's two teenagers pretending to be politicians.
Yep. Oh my god.
Just with a little marble out.
Do you know how to weave? Because I want to give them little capes once we get Mouse Guard on our side.
But I don't have a cloak.
Aww. I'll make you one. Okay.
Who do we see outside?
You see a Mouse Guard. You recognize him as Timwort. He was sort of the replacement for Guard Captain Arabelle that Gwendolyn sent a long time ago to Pebblebrook.
Okay.
And he's sort of standing outside wearing his crisp, very colorful red cape. And he sort of looks over to you guys, gives you a nod. He's always been a thick furred mouse. And he sort of brushes over his blonde scruff and gives you guys a wave. Oh, hello there.
The envoy stationed in Pebblebrook. Yes.
Yes.
Good. How can we help you? Also, wasn't expecting to see you here.
Well, I got word that you guys had been sighted. I need to talk to you.
We're here.
We got a letter from your mentor, Brienne. A report he's... I don't know if he's gone off the deep end, but he's tracking the wolves a bit more closer than we'd like. Tynan, this concerns you as well. Because she's still militarized to your patrol, but I've put in special orders to ensure that I don't feel safe leaving a mouse like him alone out there.
I mean, Bill can take care of himself more than most people can.
He
Probably not around wolves, but
Brienne,
something must have prompted this. What did you guys say to him? Why don't you just leave him alone? You're always on his case about something or another.
Brienne, he is one of the oldest scouts we have. He's past 50. Most Mouse Guard, they retire at 40.
He's as hale as a horse, okay? I mean, come on, back me up here, Tynan. You've met the crazy old bugger. He's as hard as nails.
I agree. Bill is quite capable, but I mean, even he's capable here on this side of the border, you know. But out there, I don't know. He'll turn back to the mouse. He says, You'll have to refresh my memory. What's exactly going on? Has he crossed the border? Has he done something?
While you guys were at the spring, he did cross the border. He found the trail. We told him to stay far away. He's apparently lost an arm.
Before or after?
After. Had a bad fall. He had to get rid of it before they caught him.
They
caught his scent. He didn't mask it well enough.
You're gonna have to speak a bit more plainly.
He's tracking the wolves deeper into the wild country than we can trust him to. He'll die out there. And then we won't have eyes on these wolves. We won't know how far they are from crossing the border if there's a breach. And I saw that you had a crow.
We do?
Bran, I'm putting special orders into Gwendolyn. I'm removing you from Tynan's patrol. And I'm putting you on that crow. You're to report to Crazy Bill outside the scent border.
Or what's left of him.
There's something left of him. He's still alive. Trust me.
He's gonna kind of turn away from the guard and look at Brienne. He just kind of looks at her. He says that he's trapped out in wolf country.
Aerial extraction's probably the only way we're gonna get him out of there.
It's probably the only way to find him.
Injured. There's no way he'll be able to make it any kind of speed fast enough, even if I can't find him in time to make it back over the border. If he's injured, that means he's moving slow.
We're gonna have to go back there sometime.
This has to happen now. I need you to go to Barkstone. You're getting a saddle for the crow. There's someone there who can make it. I'm gonna have you do this proper. We're not gonna waste any time with this. So your patrol needs to gather up and escort Brienne and that crow to Barkstone. After that...
I just don't think Manners is reliable.
He does just about anything you say.
Got a point.
If he followed you from the mission, that's impressive. Crows don't do that. They steal something and then they leave.
Do have an weird, awkward, food-oriented connection with him. I'm the only one who can do this. And I'll be the most efficient at tracking Bill. I know all of his mannerisms. I'll know what to look for.
That's what I was thinking.
But most importantly, somebody has to keep an eye on these wolves if he can't. If he's failed in his charge to do so, then it falls to me, since he's my mentor, to take up that mantle and do it for him.
He, Tynan kind of looks at the mouse and looks back at, he kind of, steps forward to Brienne. He says, we can get you to Barkstone. We'll get you there as fast as we can.
Let's find the saddle maker.
I wanted to bring it up to you two first. I don't know how the rest of your patrol mates are going to take it.
Probably not very well.
They're young.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to take it yet, but...
I'm only thinking of Bill here, Brienne.
It's not just about Bill. The second Bill took responsibility for this gargantuan task, he took the safety of all of us on his shoulders. So if he's failed in this task, it's not just about him. This is bigger than him now. That means there's roving wolves on the border that we don't have eyes on. Anything can happen from here. They can pick up his trail. They can follow it back to where the breach was. Anything can happen.
That's why it's not
back
coming.
to the pond.
That's why he's not coming back yet, because he knows if he does, he'll leave a trail.
So we've got to get him out. That's priority one.
Yeah.
He says he's not even looking at the other guard. He's just I'll just say the kids are young, but they'll understand.
They understand duty.
Every patrol has to change its guard sometime. And there's
I'm not leaving just yet. You still have to get me to Barkstone. Lazy hobo.
I'll see if we can find a good meal on the way.
I'd appreciate that.
Right.
And a brew. That Quinn owes me a fucking brew. The real piece of work.
At least.
I've heard stories. Is that true?
Yeah, real piece of work.
Oh God.
He's gonna turn back to the mouse guard and say, so while you're here, we're gonna have to. I think we're probably gonna have to gather our belongings and set off fairly soon. You know what's going on in here, right?
I've only recently heard that you came in with a ferret.
He's gonna kind of just wave him in and then sort of, open the tent flap slightly.
Yep. And there's this awkward moment where he's like, I'm in the presence of fucking weasels and nobody's killing them. This is weird.
Yeah.
But he keeps it cool. He keeps it professional.
I assume he sees like the weasels and the ferrets and stuff like over the planning table, kind of sorting out movements and stuff. And he'll just close the flap and he says, they're going to be staying out here for a while. I don't know if the governess knows about what's going on out here, but she will need to eventually.
We've been talking with Lucretia.
Okay.
I think we should be starting to talk with people other than Lucretia.
He says, well, the ferret, the big one with the scarf, she'll be the cooler head here. The one you should probably get your reports to and from about what's going on in the town. I doubt they'll be allowed in. We'll be back, and there's going to be some big movements. I don't know if Pebblebrook will be called upon to help with what's coming, but just things are strange right now.
Well, with wolves on our front step, they're pretty strange. Listen, just find Keenpaw in Barkstone, all right?
I'll make sure we get there.
Best of luck. He sort of gives you this salute, and he's gonna walk in and introduce himself to Huey and Nivery. And yeah, Junie, Quinn, you can see Tynan and Brienne outside. Looking a bit offset, maybe.
What do you think they're talking about?
Probably you.
What? You're probably right.
Sorry. Trot on up.
I pull out from my bag a small flask that I've been keeping. I've been picking up this habit over the course of episodes that I just kept secret until this moment. And I take a sip.
No one.
And I look down again, and I just down the whole flask. And then I was like, I look at this, I find a reflective surface, and I look at it and just said, it's gonna be okay. And then I follow Junie out.
Ooh. You see Quinn's tail is sort of like slapping against the ground and twitching a bit. His ears keep like they go like a little like lopsided.
I just walk out.
All right. Any last moments before we hit up the rewards?
Nope.
I don't tell her anything yet because I don't want to tell her anything yet.
You can if you want.
Do we just we say we have a new destination?
Yeah. Got a new mission. Should you choose to accept it? But I also kind of just go over and give Junie like a little hug. I'm not ready to tell her yet though.
New mission.
I just scoop her up and I'm like, you did so good. You really showed that guy's toes. Gave him what for?
We gotta train more.
Tyler will kind of like ruffle her hair. He says, "It's a very good argument. You're doing very well."
And then I'll just kind of nudge Quinn and be like, "Oh, looks like you're empty. Here, take one of mine."
And I'm just in the corner. I have a needle. I'm just injecting into my arm, and
there's like a little like
it's heroin, but it's spelled HAIRON.
Is there
like a reduction from the salty clams that they've the only thing
it's definitely the salty clams. No. It's definitely fermented salty clams.
You got it from behind the alley where all the homeless people hang around the trash can.
The homeless bins.
Why do they keep coming back?
The homeless mice.
That's what like I literally
like a trash can that all the homeless mice live in. So.
It's the homeless. This is
you go in, you don't come out the same.
Emotional roller coaster.
Terrible.
Oh man, so that was our session. Do you guys? What did you guys think?
Kind of sad.
It was pretty sad.
It was
got
also...
a lot done though.
Oh,
yeah, we did.
No,
and
you verbally lambasted people today.
Did Manners wind up eating Ragnarok or whatever his name was?
Did Manners get food?
Manners got some grubs and some worms. He also found what did he find? He found a scarf.
Did he eat
and he said,
or is he wearing it?
No. He's sort of just carrying it, and he's just sort of like showing you what it looks like, and how big it is.
Junie's even more sad that she's the only one without a cloak now, because the crow now has a cloak.
Oh.
And then you see the weasel sort of like running towards you guys, like, give that back! It's mine!
Does he just pretend not to hear them?
No, he hops behind Brienne.
Can we have like a special?
You really want to start a fight with this guy? Look at how big that beak is. You don't want this.
I mean,
I'll pay you for the cloak.
You're gonna pay me.
Yeah.
Jeez, what does that mean? You doubting she's gonna pay you?
Oh no, I'm sure I'll just go to the nearest dark heather currency market and get that exchange.
Sir, we've had a very long day. It's a very nice start.
Do you even know what the economy is like in Dark Heather right now?
No, do you even know how sharp that beak is? Because I bet it's pretty sharp.
I bet the Dark Heather economy is like in Our Real Monsters where they use toenails. Like
oh yeah,
yes. But no one knows what each toenail is worth. It's just like you have
just
a lot
arbitrary.
It's how long it is. That's what matters.
I'm just gonna step aside and be like, you know what, you're kind of rude. You know what, Manners? Why don't you just go ahead and take it from him? Go ahead, try.
Manners, yeah.
That's gonna be like a 10-minute battle.
Manners peck.
That's how you win.
Can we have like a special side quest that's like Manners Day Off or Manners Big Day? Where it's just Manners. It's just you bouncing around while someone describes where you're going as Manners, and that's it.
Can we please do that? Like,
I would be down for that.
Like everybody is like something happening.
Yeah, no,
for Manners.
It has to be one of those. It has to be one of those cliche filler episodes where like he starts in the middle, like in a scene that we already played through, and he just like wanders off to go do something. But he always ends up like right back in the scene when when we have to leave or something like that. Like
that. There's like that. There was like that episode of Buffy. There was the Zeppo where like it was following like an apocalyptic finale battle, but it was all through the eyes of a character who was not related to that episode at all.
I was going to say it's sort of like that Avatar: The Last Airbender episode where it's literally just about the flying bison.
Yeah, basically.
That's what I want. That's all I want. With Manners.
That's all anybody wants.
That's all I want. I just need more Manners content.
Why has Manners not shown up until this moment when he
Honestly, it was a huge mistake that he hadn't been here sooner.
Sorry.
It's all your fault. No, dude, thank you for. It was worth the wait. Like it is. I'm gonna get a T-shirt that just says Manners on it.
If I can find some time, merchandise. If I can find some time, I will sincerely draw a Manners T-shirt.
I would buy it.
How you win T-shirt.
I'll do it. Yeah,
win.
I'll draw that.
It is how you win.
Heck is how you win.
See if I have some fun time. I'll draw it.
You know, all that told me is that Manners is a fucking savage. He's probably gotten in some fights and won.
We have never seen
like he
Manners
knows
fight.
how to win. That's why he's like, Pack is how you win. Like that means he's like,
how do you think
fuckers up?
How do you think the fucking moose died?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
The wolves killed it.
Manners killed the moose.
Now you know.
Manners is the guardian of the moose. Like he just murdered that moose, and it's like, this is my territory now. Everything the moose touches is mine.
Including the moose.
Especially the moose.
Secretly, this is just Manners' plot to get closer to the mice to peck.
Manners is orchestrating this whole war. Manners destroyed the scent border. Manners. Oh my god, this is just gonna be like that game that I can't talk about because it's spoilers. But it's gonna be just like it.
Is he the Phantom Menace?
You are the Phantom Menace. Peck.
Fucking nerd.
Wow. This is something else. It's late. Askren, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, we need to get people to sleep.
We got. Do we give out rewards? Is that a thing?
Yeah, everybody, just take 3
points.
Just take 3 persona points.
Just fucking take it.
Okay. Let's figure out. Everybody gets like 2 fate points.
No, 3. I like 3.
3. Okay, you can have 3. And then you never use all of them. You'll never use them all.
I haven't used a single one of them.
You get
this whole game.
Everybody gets 1 persona point because we accomplished the goal for the disposition fight, the Duel of Wits. What do you guys want to do about MVP? Let's do MVP and Warcourse at least.
I don't know, man. I think
Many rolls.
I think
at least do
it's either Leslie or Bronze. They had those. Actually, fucking all these people did such amazing role playing in that fight.
It was tough.
I was gonna say Quinn for MVP for finishing off.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And
You
then
guys set me up. You guys gave me all those dice and stuff, all those things.
No, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna set up the second volley.
She made a really innovative way to use her lore mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love
That's
it.
yeah.
Great role playing all around.
And then she insulted me at the end of the game for
That
no
was
reason.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
I've
Yeah.
changed Junie's instinct. I've added a new and growing instincts tab that says, "Be tougher." Brienne is successful in being tough, so being tough helps.
You know what? That's what I love. Do not be afraid to change your beliefs and instincts, because God, Brienne Thimblebucket is someone we should all.
I'm gonna be tough.
We should all try to be the ideal Thimblebucket.
My goal for this episode was to not let Junie bully me, so I don't think that went well. That didn't go well for me.
Dude, she's like 15. What the fuck, Quinn?
You actually lose a persona point now.
Yeah, I lost I gained 7 years on my age.
You gain the trait wimp.
Oh my god.
Oh
I love it,
man.
I love it.
Gain what you already have.
Guys, I think that is going to be the end of our session tonight. A little bit of a short one, but we have some people that gotta get to sleep, get to their lives. Thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure you let us know what you thought of today's episode, what you thought of the show in chat. We love to hear all of that from you. I am, of course, going to go around to our amazing cast here, get them to tell us what they thought of today's episode and the story so far, and of course, where you can find them on the internet. Let's start in a different place. Let's start with the hero of the Mouse Territories, who can only go on to become a legend.
Manners.
Brienne, yeah, Manners. What did Manners think of today's episode?
Manners.
He got grubs.
Scarf mine.
He got grubs.
Manners got the scarf.
God,
That's true.
I'm guard. I guard now.
I want him to have a mouse guard cloak.
I think he's trying to emulate you guys with the scarf.
No, Manners is for sure. Like Manners is the most important character.
Manners is mouse.
Mouse.
Mouse peck.
Yes.
Oh, not really. But...
Manners is still vindictive because he didn't get to eat my tail, so he's just trying to one-up me.
He starts to walk in like stilt like manners. He says, "Mouse, oh."
That is how we walk. You are correct.
Werewolf.
Wow, he's kind of making a mockery of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Manners is. I didn't realize Manners was an insult comic. Like I had no idea.
Damn, man, took after me a little bit more than I wanted you to.
I was gonna say no wonder.
You know, we have Junie and Manners taking after Brienne, and then
I learned by watching you.
We're just gonna be. This is gonna be Brienne guard at the end.
Oh
of
yeah.
this.
That sounds like a good game.
She just has such a boisterous personality. Big old gay Brienne with the things she does. You know,
big old gay Brienne. That's what they always say. I hope that's in the lore books. Like it's in the books later when they write about this.
It's like
this part.
I'm going back to Sprucetuck and writing books, and just one whole book is gonna be about Brienne.
Big old gay
Brienne and her son Manners. Her adopted son Manners.
I just want to see Brienne posing with Manners like 10 feet above her, and she'd be like, "Don't talk to me or my son ever again."
I want Brienne writing Manners with a scarf. Manners has mouse ears, like makeshift mouse ears, and breathing fire, and Brienne's got like a sword. That's all I want.
Okay, Askren, how many t-shirts can you make?
Yes. Feasibly.
Like,
is there a limit on how many Manners we can get? Where are your Manners?
We need to hop on this Manners train. George Lucas did not do it quick enough with Jar Jar. We need these Manners shirts made.
Hashtag if you are a graphic designer and are willing to work for free, send me designs involving Manners. Otherwise, I have to make them.
Let's have a contest.
Yes, a Manners fan art contest.
Let's have a contest.
Did you call it a fanner?
A fanners contest. Manners fan art.
The fans of Manners.
Yeah.
Manner fans.
Oh, you have a shirt that says "Where are your manners?" I want them. I want them. The Manners Nanners. I'm so on board with this. There's so much potential here.
Oh, jeez.
Where are your fanners?
Guys, Bronze, I think we know how you...
Where are your fanners?
Oh, man. Bronze, what did you think about today?
It was great. I didn't actually think it was gonna go that way. Like, I don't know. I didn't realize that today we were gonna get into a verbal spar. Like when we started the session.
Like first thing.
Yeah, that was the very first thing we did.
Yeah, I didn't. I just kind of was like, "Yo, fam, do this," and then we'd move on or we'd get in. I didn't realize that was gonna be our major encounter of the day. So that was actually kind of entertaining.
Go be king, yo.
Yeah.
I wanna.
Yeah. Why can't you be more like that lion cub? Can't you just wait to be king? Dumbass fucking.
Like, it's so obvious that, like, that's why him and Lucretia like each other, because they both are like, I hate my mom, I hate my dad.
No, they're just.
I hate all of you.
Just kids.
You
kids.
just solved it.
Yeah.
You just solved it.
Screw those guys. Let's just go live in the outdoors. Oh no.
You want to go to the Kmart parking lot and kiss?
Yeah.
Why is it whoever went to the Kmart parking lot and kissed? That's what you do at Kmart. Martha Stewart Living's there. You don't kiss in front of Martha.
Schnapps from my mom's cabinet, and I've got a Slurpee. You want to mix them up and get crazy?
That's crazy.
I know. That's
It would be like a blue raspberry smoothie, but like cinnamon schnapps. So it'd be disgusting, but you'd still drink it and then throw up for like 3 hours the next morning because you can't handle your liquor, you dumb little.
Oh, what kind of horrible shit can you put in a slushie?
Oh,
like 7-Eleven.
I found a lot of. There's a lot of options.
Oh yeah, were you Lucretia?
Yeah. I still am Lucretia.
I'm proud.
He's still the
I
kid
am
going to a
proud.
drink fountain and just getting a slosh of everything down the line.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Every time.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Well, Bronze, where can people find more of you on the internet if they want all of this?
You can find me at twitch.tv/thatbronzegirl. I've also got Twitter at bronzegirlgames.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And Thunder Bucket. Didn't crush anybody with my sheer weight and girth and shield today, so that's nice.
You do have an impressive girth.
I do. I'm very girthy.
I respect it.
Girth-tastic, actually, I would say.
Guys, make sure you go follow Bronze. Her channel link is right in chat. Of course, amazing content, late night streamer, tons of fun, all of the salt that you can handle. Bring your fries.
What about tater tots?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Who
what
puts
the
salt
fuck?
on tater tots?
Everyone! That's how you
Mind
make
your
food!
manners.
Sweet potato tater tots.
Okay. Ooh, that sounds good. I've never had
Have you
those.
ever had a garbage can?
A what?
No.
You mean a hobo bin? Or what, a homeless bin?
Hobo dwelling.
We dig through the dumpster.
Now we're just getting mean.
I know, we really are.
Basically, like,
What happened? What happened to my mouse guard?
A garbage can is like tater
We
tots
did.
covered with like sour cream, chilies, and
Oh.
No, but
it's
yes,
like a
there's
whole
a-
kitchen sink, and it's just poured on top of tater
at
tots.
Yeah,
TwitchCon,
there's a place
they
down
had
the road that does that. It's so good.
At TwitchCon, they had a hot dog truck that had different types of tater tots, and one of them was tater tots with buffalo sauce.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
It
Oh,
does
man.
sound very good.
Speaking of so good, Drunkly, tell us what you thought of today's session.
I thought today was great because we finally established the long character arc that I've been working on that Quinn is addicted to heroin. I feel very good. No, I actually it was good. I was not expecting a conflict either, and we got some good manners moments, which I am always on board for. And yeah, no, I liked it. I had a good time. It was nice to have the nice. I like it.
You got some good manners moments.
That's the most important
I'm here
part.
for the manners.
I had him walk off screen. That's literally it. And then I had him walk on screen. What the fuck?
Well, if people want more,
Fuck you guys. I love you.
I love you. I love you. I love
if
you.
people want more of Drunkly, where should they go for that?
You can check me out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11:30 a.m. at Drunkly Romantic. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. I do a show on Monday where we just talk about pop culture, and on Wednesday where we try to destroy the internet from the inside, and Friday where we just play video games. Also, real quick before I forget, Geek Space TV, the premiere of a show on Geek Space TV this Wednesday called High School Royale, GM'd by Jackie Dash, Lauren, Random Tuesday, Sour Fruit Junkie from Exalted, and also Some Calamity Jamie, a Twitch streamer, is going to be a part of this. It's going to be fun at 7 o'clock. Geekspace TV, follow on Twitch, and also Friday, Geekspace TV as well. It's Exalted Finale. There we go. Too much stuff this week to do.
Fantastic, guys. The links for both of those are in chat. Go check out Drunkly's channel over there for the fucking craziness that goes on. And go check out Geekspace TV. They're friends of the show and have some awesome live stream content over there. And last but certainly not least, we have the adorable Leslie, who has more pets in frame than anyone I know.
They just won't leave me alone. I'm the whole time.
All of my animals are just so fun.
She's like a Disney princess. They just
it's like Snow White.
That humble brag. Like, oh, my pets come. Like my hedgehog won't even piss on me if I'm on fire. So
do you try to get your hedgehog to piss on you?
No,
she's like, I've asked a couple times.
If I was on fire, she'd probably be like, I don't know.
If I was on fire, and I wouldn't want my hedgehog to piss on me, one, and I would also be nervous about the hedgehog being too close to the fire. That's my personal.
That's true.
Yeah.
Unless they're like up on up high above you.
Yes, but then and that would be pretty hard to convince them to piss on you.
Leslie, tell us about yourself. Tell us what you thought about today and about you.
What I think about me is I made all the wrong choices before I was 32. So what I think about this show.
Oh my god! Oh my god, Leslie, you're lovely. I'm gonna give you a hug for that. There's a hug. I'll see you hug on the internet.
This show is so much. Look at me, I'm turning pink now. It's really fun.
I'm more like too real.
Leslie,
I think we all just examined our lives in like a second and a half.
Leslie, I'm gonna message you afterwards. I'm only 29, so like I want to know what happens when I get there.
I know you got 3 years. I hope you're good.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'll DM you there.
Leslie.
So sorry.
I feel like it can't be that bad if you have like cats and dogs all over you at all times.
No, it's good. It's good. This guy, he's literally like crawling at my feet and my legs right now. He's like, "Can we just go to bed?" Like, come on, mom. Dog, it's fine. My name's Simply Jackson. I'm covered in animal fur all the time. You can find me at simply_Jackson. I do all sorts of art and random shit and talk, real talk about how it's life.
That's it.
That is it.
People who are mine in chat are all spamming real talk because they know that I'm always just like, why the fuck?
I respect it.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. Yeah. We're all. I'm getting there soon. So hey.
Oh yeah, and I play Junie, the Tinderpaw, who's becoming more and more briny, way more.
That is
like,
the perfect adjective. Beautiful.
Oh man.
Trying to cheer Leslie
Guys,
up.
Go check out Leslie. A ton of fun, awesome streamer. So much variety content over there for you to enjoy, and a fantastic personality. Make sure you thank her for being here. And last but not least, we have our Dungeon Master 4.
Well, I also was not expecting a conflict, but I've always wanted to do Duel of Wits, and if there was anybody I wanted to do it with, it was Lucretia and Huey. God bless them. Yeah, my name is 4. Follow me on my journey to see if facial hair is actually a thing I can accomplish.
Do it.
Over the next however long I keep this. I do tabletop role-playing stuff on my channel. I'm trying to get back into it. I went on a hiatus because I got a job, and it's like, it's a job. So I work with like horses all day. And now I'm back into the swing of things. I do a D&D 5th edition campaign on Sundays. That's fun because they're trying to kill a Bahir and they're level 6, and I'm telling you, it's not gonna work. So they're finding out clever ways to do it. I am also doing Mouse Guard on Tuesdays, which you can play actually. It's a little community game called the Eastern Marches, and if you'd like to learn how to play this fantastic game, I'd be happy to have you on stream to help teach you how to do it. I'm also hoping to get some sort of like casual streams because I really want to get back into Rhythmic Studio, which just got released on early access, and I want to get back into making some music because it's been my jam, ironically, a long time in the past. I've been but you know, I've been hoping to get back into that, so we'll see if I make time for that as well. Just trying to have more presence on stream life. while I get my horse life going without sounding hoarse. That's me.
We still have not gotten horse selfies, by the way.
I have no time. You don't know what happens on that farm. It is
You
busy.
have no idea.
It's like a
You
battlefield out there.
Yeah, dude.
He's just dodging horses left and right.
I got bruises.
Have you befriended any of them? Are they close confidants now?
There's a boy horse named Peter. He is the most beautiful horse I've ever seen. He is literally like a trans horse. He has no forelock, and he has the biggest doe eyes you can ever imagine. I'll try to get a picture of him.
Please do.
Yeah.
Guys, well, absolutely go check out On the Forefront. His link is in chat. Make sure you show him some love. He is a fantastic friend and a great dungeon master, and we love having him here. And we want to see him blow up.
If you go to his channel and follow him, he gets you a free horse.
Yeah, that actually
in the
is
mail.
Truth. That's
We upgraded from ponies recently. We found out that ponies were actually being promised from the presidential campaign, so we don't want to infringe on that.
Also, if you subscribe, he stopped doing bows. He will put a horse on his head.
A whole horse.
Yeah.
A big old horse.
Yeah, that's why this is here, so you guys don't see them shitting everywhere.
Next time, if a horse doesn't like come into frame at like the next Mouse Guard episode, I'm gonna be pissed off.
It would be like he just pushes the carpet away, and he's just like in the stable.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Surprise! I was here all the time.
Hey, come say hello to everybody.
It's just, man. I hope that like when you bring Peter and it's just a guy in a horse mask. Like, no, Ford, that's a guy in a horse mask. Like, no, it's Peter. He's a horse.
It's Peter.
Like, what are you talking about, Trump?
I brush him all day.
I found him in the hobo bin. Somebody threw a perfectly good horse away.
Guys, that is gonna be it. That is gonna be it for our stream. My name is Asker, and I'm the host and Dungeon Master here. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for another fantastic episode of Mouse Guard. What is going on? What?
I don't know what's happening, but I can tell you what's not happening. Us leaving the stream anytime soon. This is gonna be, what's going on? What's going on, you lovely people?
I got it from the hobo bin.
Okay, Ren, Oscar, just keep on going.
Guys, thank you for joining us. As always, I'm not gonna list all the content that goes on here, but I just want to let you guys know.
You broke him.
He's done.
We need a hobo bin emote now. Can we get a hobo bin or a homeless emote?
I can't. I don't have any emote space. When we get partnered, that's gonna be an emote. Guys, I don't need to plug all the shows. We're off on Monday, but you guys can come back here on Tuesday. We're going to be kicking off more Dice-Cember games all throughout the week. We've got a ton of other shows you guys can check out. The schedule is going to be posted is here. It's on Twitter. You know where it is. The only thing I will announce is that officially, other than our sponsors, Montuca Games, Elderwood Academy, and Sirenscape for helping us bring the shows to you, come back this Friday for our huge second major Dice-Cember game, which is going to be DM'd by my good friend Brad Wodo. I'm going to be one of the players. We've got Kiwo, we've got Tuesday Gray, and we've got Tiger Rider. All awesome streamers, awesome people, and we are going to be escaping a crashing sky obelisk. I don't know. It's going to be weird. Raising more money for charity. You guys know the deal. Thank you so much for hanging out. The only other thing we have to do is we have to pass the love on to someone else, so why don't we do that right now? Let's see who's online, and I don't know who is online right now, so I'm checking my list. What up? Did someone say something?
No, I just said do it.
Oh.
Do it.
Let's go hang out with... You know what? Let's go say hi to this guy. He's a cool dude, and I haven't seen him since TwitchCon. Let's go hang out with Shamanam. I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, Shamanam. He's a dude that I hung out with at TwitchCon. We've hosted him a couple times. Just a really chill dude. We crashed his social eating stream, so that's that's always a good thing. That's always good. So there's the raid command, guys. I'm gonna drop it in chat. We are gonna drop that host in just a second. and we're gonna get out of here because we're all tired as hell. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. But as always, don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you because he might make you into a crow rider.
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
It does. It really does. We'll see you next time, guys. Take care, everyone.
Unless it's manners.
Bye, guys.